Hey there, how there, ho there, Chef Cutter Don. Welcome you to another Above the Rim college basketball thing. And just like I did in my September promo, I promised you the 60-14 tournament of champions. So what happened was there were 16 tournaments. I held 16 seasons slash tournaments that I made into things. Just to give you the skinny, if I can find my skinny. Skinny, skinny. There's a skinny. I did a thing on the 83-84 season, 82-83 season, 84-85 season, 85-86 season, 88-91. I did a tournament. I split the 80 to 82 because the real tournament had the 81-82 had the final four be all from 81-82, so I went with 80-81. 75 through 79, I did a tournament of those groups 70 to 74, 65 69, 51 to 64. The 86-87 thing, 93-94, 91 to 1993, and then 1995 through 1996, and then I had to do the 50s because I ran out of time. So the top four in each team moved on from 1 to 16 based off of how good they were in real life and all that. I had to make some adjustments and all that. You will be seated from 1 to 64 and all that. And then the numbers will reseed. Right, so randomly. So our first random matchup is the 57 Kansas Jayhawks, ranked number 45, with the great Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain in it. They actually did lose the national title game to North Carolina in real life. The 84 Houston squad, ranked number 20, the team that should have won the championship after facing Georgetown, but Georgetown beat them. So that's auto play. 1, 2, 3. And it's Houston, 84-78. Here's your final. Houston, 21 from Hakeem the Dream, 19 from Young, and Franklin was 16. No, Clyde Drexler, he graduated the previous year. So Michael Young, Hakeem Olajuwon, Franklin, and Geddes, both good players. Young did foul out with 5. So in college, you have 5 fouls and all that. The 57 Jayhawks, 31 from Wilt the Stilt, 14 from King, 10 from Lawrensky. So yeah, Wilt the Stilt playing all 40 minutes. Well, 5 fouls by Alston. Houston wins. Next up, we have the number 41 ranked 87 UNLV Running Rebels, who made the Final Four in 1987. They take on the 24 seed 93 Arizona squad with David Stoudemire. That should have won at least the first round against Santa Clara, but of course Santa Clara beat them in real life. We ought to play this. And it's LV winning 86-73. A gigantic job for UNLV. 23 from Armin Gilliam. I think he played in the NBA. 17 from Graham off the bench. 15 from Patio and Freddie Banks, who was a decent player too. 93 Wildcats. 18 from Khalid Reeves, who played in the NBA. I think with New Jersey among other teams. 15 from Stokes. 14 from Mills. Damon only got 9 points. Well, he got 5 assists, but Damon Stoudemire, who the Raptors actually mortgaged their first ever draft pick for. A lot of people wanted Ed O'Bannon because of his UCLA MVP performance, but it actually worked out for Damon. He was named MVP of the 95-96 season, and Ed O'Bannon became nothing. And Ed O'Bannon is basically booed by college football and college basketball playing video gamers like yours truly, because it was him who kind of ruined the images thing, all that. They couldn't just do random um, characters and all that. People will customize them. Next up is the 63 seed 85 Syracuse squad against the 71-72 UCLA Bruins, who were part of the 70s dynasty of the Bruins, winning from every title from 1967 to 1973. So they had won 7 in a row. This is the 72 squad. And they crushed Syracuse like a great 94-64. 15 from Addison, 14 from PJ Washington, 11 from Alexis. Ronnie Cycli, future Miami Heat player with only 4 points. The 72 Bruins, 20 points from Bill Walton, who died, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. But yeah, he died recently. 14 from Keith Wilkes, 14 from Lee, and 12 off the bench from Swen Nader, who was actually Bill Walton's heir apparent. Well, I know Dave Myers also, but yeah. Larry Holyfield, yeah, Evander Holyfield's older brother played for UCLA in basketball. Among others, Keith Wilkes, Henry Bibby, who played in the NBA for teams like the New York Knicks, and of course his son Mike played for the Vancouver Grizzlies. 94-64. Next, we have 96 Yukon, number 54 ranked against number 11, 82 Missouri. And in the end, Missouri wins 73-67. Great job there. As 19 from Frazier, 11 from McCrory, Stepanovic only getting 8 points. He had no fouls. But why did he not put up? Well, 12 points by Walker off the bench. John Sunvold playing for the Heat. 8 points. 12 points by Sheffer. Ray Allen only had 5 points and 4 fouls. You know, the great Ray Allen. 15 off the bench by Jones. Yeah. Next, we have the 61 seed 82 Idaho squad, who shocked everyone against the 81 Indiana squad that were national champs. They won the national championship, unfortunately, on the same day as Ronald Reagan almost got cut down. And Indiana will be cut down as Indiana gets a shock loss to the 82 Idaho Vandals. 18 from Haybert, 17 from Hobson. Maybe with 16 points in 26 minutes off the bench. Frig. Yeah, and I don't know anyone from Idaho. Indiana, 12 from Isaiah, who went on to greatness with the Pistons and only the Pistons. Tolbert and Kitchell of 11 points each. Randy Whitman, I think he went to the NBA with 8 points. John Thomas, Glenn Grunwald, who later became president and GM of the Raptors, he didn't play one single second. Well, Bobby Knight, you know better. Okay, next, 37 ranked 85 St. John's Red Storm, who, well, I know, well, the Red Men, but Red Storm, the team from my birth year with Chris Mullen on the squad, and one of 3 Big East schools to make the Final Four. Everyone knows about Georgetown and Villanova, right? But the third team in the Big East was St. John's. To make it to the Final Four in real life, they take on number 28, 94, Pepperdine. St. John's wins. I figured as much. The Red Storm wins 67-54, 23 from Chris Mullen, the flat top, as they come, Golden State Warrior icon, 12 from Walter Berry, Mark Jackson, future Pacer, Nick, and Raptor, Bill Wennington, Canadian, and winner of NBA rings as the Bulls center. Like there was the three-peat of 91 to 93, but the main center was Bill Cartwright, and then another Bill became center for the Bulls in the 96 to 98 dynasty, and that was Bill Wennington. Pepperdine, 22 from Lopez. They only used 9 players, which is weird. Next up is number 58, 83 Missouri, taking on number 7 seed 88 Oklahoma, who were crushing everyone with like 100 points per game, but then they ran into Kansas in the final. And Oklahoma loses. Missouri wins 73-70, the 83 squad. All their point getters, yeah, Stepanovic and Sunfeld playing for the 83 team. With their 73-70 win, everyone stepped up. The 88 Oklahoma squad, 17 from Stacey King, future Bull, Horace Grant, future Bull, and Magic with 15. Moogie Blaylock, future Hawk with 6. Grace with 10. By the grace of God, so Missouri wins. Next, we have the 94 Oklahoma State Cowboys with Big Country Reeves against number 17, 82 North Carolina, who had such a great lineup. You had Worthy, you had Perkins, you had MJ, you had Black. I said Sam Perkins, right? Yeah. No, I would say Brad Doherty, but no, that was not. That was before his time. But yeah, the 82 North Carolina squad winning the national championship in real life against Georgetown. Everyone remembers MJ's jumper that won the game, but they forgot about the Fred Brown steal. North Carolina, Kachi, 66-51. 28 from Big Country, 4 fouls in 34 minutes. Sutton didn't score a point in 25 minutes, which he should have. 82 North Carolina, 15 from Matt Doherty. Okay. Bruss was the center today. Product 4 points. Yeah, Worthy with 10, MJ with only 13, Black with 6. So they didn't really. I think they were basically taking care of the clock or something. That's what I think. That's just me. Next up is 77 Utah, the 55 seed against the 54 Wildcats, the 10 seed. Kentucky wins 79-67. Utah 29 from Judkins, 13 from Maffini. 54 Kentucky, 21 from Hagen, 21 from Siropoulos. Frank Ramsey, future Celtic, with 13 points. I think Cliff Hagen got. I think he was a Celtic too. I keep thinking Cliff Hagen. I think he got banned from the NBA because of the point shaving. If memory serves me right. Such a waste of a career. Next up, we have 72 North Carolina, ranked number 46, against the 95 UCLA Bruins that won national championship, seeded number 19. The 95 Bruins winning the championship, bringing UCLA back to prominence for the first time in 20 years, and doing it against Arkansas, which pisses me right off. And on the percussion, LA wins 96-88. I think it was like double overtime or something, or was it just the one overtime? It was the one overtime. 21 points in one overtime. And the 95 Bruins, and they didn't get a three-pointer. They didn't go for three. Yeah, 11 free throws. Yeah. So anyway, 23 from Bob McAdoo for North Carolina. Well, Bobby Jones, the future Philly Sixer, fouled out. Bob McAdoo, 23 points. Buffalo wasted him. George Karl, yes, that George Karl, the future head coach of the Seahawks, with 9 points. Chamberlain with 12. Well, 38 minutes from McAdoo. UCLA's got O'Bannon and Toby Bailey putting 41 minutes. Well, Ed O'Bannon, his younger brother Charles, played 37 minutes. Well, there was a foul out by Bailey. Toby Bailey, 9 points in 41 minutes, but he fouled out. 29 from Ed O'Bannon, 20 from Charles, and 11 from Tyus Edney, the guy in real life with that coast-to-coast bucket against Missouri. That actually was fake because the butterfly effect, if Edney had missed that bucket, would have been huge. Maybe Erickson would have won the title, won back-to-back. Henderson, 11 points. Cameron, dollar. Make him holler, 7 points. Next up, we have the 38 seed 82 Virginia Cavaliers with Ralph Sampson. Everyone thought Sampson deserved a national championship, but their team just couldn't do it against the 83 Indiana squad, who was ranked number 27. And in the end, it would be Indiana crushing Ralph Sampson's dreams. I thought Ralph Sampson played for the 82 team. He did, but he didn't play for this game. I guess he was injured or something. Well, that's problematic. 27 from Kitchell, 20 from Randy Whitman, who played the whole game. Thomas is there too. But yeah, Jay Thomas. But Indiana beats Virginia. The 33 seed 84 Georgetown squad that won the national championship, finally getting John Thompson his national title crown against the 54 Holy Cross team, which usually is, you think Holy Cross, you think Bob Cousy, but this was after Bob Cousy. This was Tom Heinsohn. And in the end, it was Georgetown losing to Holy Cross 78-66. 13 each from Wingate and Patrick Ewing. Fred Brown with only one puny point in 17 minutes. He didn't have the foul problems. Broadnax had 5 fouls off the bench. 16 each from Pelosi and Perry. Heinsohn only had 13 points in 36 minutes, but he did have 4 fouls. Kasparek had 5 fouls. So Holy Cross with a gigantic win. Next up, we have the 53 seed San Francisco squad from 65 against the 83 North Carolina squad that maintained a few players. James Murphy was drafted. I think Perkins was drafted too. I know Jordan and Black were still around. As you know, Jordan got drafted in 84. As cats are meowing in the background. San Francisco got their butts handed them 81-61. Gramina 16, Johnson 14. Sam Perkins, oh no, he did play for that team. Sam Perkins wasn't drafted yet. 18 points in 35 minutes. Matt Doherty, Brad Doherty was the main center coming in for James Murphy, who was drafted. MJ with 11 points. Braddock with 18 points. They put him in. There's Exum. But yeah, 18. MJ only had 11 points. So 83 North Carolina wins. Next up is the 47 seed 83 Mississippi State Bulldogs against the 18 seed 63 Loyola team that actually won the national championship in real life. And the national champs win 87-71. The Ramblers 87-71. Mississippi State 24 from Jeff Malone, future Utah Jazz and Sixer, I think. 13 off the bench for Robinson. Smith 20 points in 32 minutes off the bench. Harkness, who was a good player, and Hunter, they both had 5 fouls, so they couldn't play much. Rouse got 18 points. So yeah, it was a team effort for Loyola. The 62 seed 87 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets against the number 3 93 North Carolina squad, the team that won the national championship against the Fab Five from Michigan. I would say Stackhouse, but no, he was a recruit for that. But yeah, North Carolina 93 squad went through a few things. They beat Michigan thanks to Chris Webber's ill-fated timeout. It actually would not have mattered because Michigan was stripped of their finals because of the booster thing. North Carolina wins 89-76. GT 55 from Farrell. Tom Hammond's future Nugget with 17. 13 from Oliver. 25 on the bench from Donald Williams, who was the MVP in 93. I know they say MOP, most outstanding player. Screw you, it's most valuable player. 25 points. Brian Reese with 19. George Lynch, future Sixer and Hornet with 9. Eric Montrose, future Raptor. Among others with 13. Hendrik Rodel, the man from Germany. They didn't let him take a shot. He had 4 fouls in 18 minutes. Yikes. That's why Williams came in. Derek Phelps, 15 points. Pat Sullivan, also playing on that team. Scott Cherry. Dante Calabria. No Wenstrom, huh? Whatever. Next, we have 81 DePaul, ranked number 39, against 66 Western Kentucky, ranked 26. DePaul, the team that should have given DePaul a national title game with the great, not Joey Meyer. Ross Meyer? No. But yeah, Coach Meyer deserved a national title game for DePaul because he'd been there forever, like 3 decades. And 81 DePaul fell to St. Joseph's because that last bucket, no one was guarding them. And DePaul does take Western Kentucky down a peg or two. 26 from Chapman. Clem Haskins, future star college basketball coach with 10 points. 38 from Market Geyer, future Piston and Maverick. Pistons traded a Geyer to Dallas for Adrian Dantley, and it actually worked. Or was it the other way around? I think it was the other way around, wasn't it? And I think a Geyer started. He was chosen by Dallas. Okay, yeah, other way around. Dallas to Detroit. So the Pistons needed some toughness to win the 1989 title and took a guy from Dallas and traded away Dantley. Okay. 17 from Terry Cummings, who was a good player too. Skip Dillard, 8 points. Randolph, 10. But yeah, Marco Geyer went off like a rocket. Next, number 57, Oklahoma State from 92. Man, Bryant Reeves and Oklahoma State just keep on pressing. And the 8 seed 65 Michigan squad led by the great Cassie Russell, even though they didn't win the national title game. And Michigan beats Oklahoma State 71-48. Only one guy got double digits, and that was Davis with 11. Big Country only got 4 points in 21 minutes. Alexander and Sutton, but yeah, Michigan looked good. 27 from Bunton. Cassie Russell only had 14 points, but Bunton 27. And Darden was 6. And then you got 88 Temple, number 56, Bill Cosby's favorite team. Well, I think it was 88 when Temple made that run, and Bill Cosby was introduced on CBS Sports, and he basically said that you got me in trouble with my wife because I was eating a hot dog and the cholesterol and all that. The cholesterol. 94 Indiana, ranked number 9. I think this was the season in which Bobby Knight headbutted a player and Calvert Cheney. Well, they beat Temple 68-64, sending Cosby a message. Mancon has 18 points. Rivas with 8. 3 fouls. 17 from Daniel Bailey. Graham with 15. Evans with 10. Ellen Henderson, future Hawk, with 7 points off the bench. Patrick Knight, 354. He had 1 assist. The coach's son. Next, we have 1990 MSU ranked number 44. The team was Scott Skiles, and against 1970 Jacksonville with Artis Gilmore, ranked number 21. It was weird seeing Jacksonville get to the final somehow. And, see what Gilmore does. Jacksonville wins 98-78. 35 from Artis in 40 minutes with 4 fouls. 5, you're out of the game. 18 from Morgan. 20 from Redfield. Steve Smith, the shooting guard from Atlanta, with 19. And Montgomery with 8. Yeah, I thought they had more stars than that. I guess not. So, yeah, so Jacksonville wins. Now you got the 42 seed 92 Bearcats from Cincy who made the Final Four. People forget about that. Against the 76 North Carolina squad, ranked 23rd. And in the end, it is UNC winning 86-71. 21 from Jones. Corey Blunt with 7 points. Nick Van Axel, 23 points off the bench with 2 fouls, while Buford got 5 fouls. "24 from Mitch Kupchak. Phil Ford, 19. Walter Davis, 2 points. I don't know about North Carolina. LaGard was 17. Buckley Bradley. Next, we have 81 Tennessee, number 51, against 85 Oklahoma, number 14. Two unmemorable teams, and Oklahoma wins 95-79. 32 from Dale Ellis. Future sharpshooter for Seattle and San Antonio, among others. 17 from what? That's not Gary Carter. 46 from Wayman Tisdale, out of freaking nowhere. 46 points in 38 minutes, with only 1 foul. Thank goodness for that. Anthony Boyd with 7 points. Wayman Tisdale, future Oklahoma star, with 8 points in 13 minutes. No, that can't be right. Okay, something's wrong. Why is there 2 Wayman Tisdales? Wayman Tisdale. Oh, William Tisdale. Okay. So there are 2 Tisdales. Sorry. 86 North Carolina, ranked number 52 against 61 St. Bonnie's. Yeah, number 13. And in the end, St. Bonnie's win 92-90. Big win for them. 32 from Crawford, 20 from Stiff. 31 from Brad Doherty, who went on to be the number 1 pick by Cleveland and had drug problems, unfortunately. And guess who was number 2 in 86? Well, Len Bias from the University of Maryland. Boston drafted him. He never played for Boston because he had that cocaine death, unfortunately. Joe Wolf, 13 points. Kenny the Jet Smith with 2 points in 33 minutes. Such a shame. You hate to see that happen. And St. Bonaventure knocks out Brad Doherty and Kenny the Jet Smith. Next up, 94 Purdue, number 49, with Glenn Robinson, who went number 1 in the draft, against the 87 Gators, who were number 16. And in the end, it was Purdue. No, it was Florida winning. 29 from Big Dog in 35 minutes, 4 fouls. Bradley had 5, so he was out early. Stand back. Florida, 21 from Moulton. Vernon Maxwell, future Rocket, and pain in the butt with 9 points. Dwayne Shintis with 16. They once hit him with tennis balls. I don't remember. Well, anyway, the 50 seed 72 Virginia squad against number 15 86 Syracuse the year before they got to the finals. I think this was a Derek Coleman team. Well, they won 83-79. Virginia loses again. Parkhill 25, Hobgood 13, Sturisky 13. Drummond. Andre Drummond. 18 from Addison, 16 from Alexis, PJ Washington 15, Ronnie Cycli 10. Yeah, we saw a Syracuse team. 12 points from Monroe. Sherman Douglas, 4 points in 5 minutes. Sherman Douglas. Yeah, 84-85. Next, we have 75 UCLA, the team that ended John Wooden's career and the dynasty. Number 35 against number 30, 86 Bama. '92-'81 Bama. Wow, I thought LA would win. 22 from Richard Washington, Dave Myers with 5, Marcus Johnson with 12. Dragovic, only 4 fouls. Billy, Corliss, and Townsend. 21 each from Johnson and Farmer, Derek McKee, future Sonic with 16, and Connor. The 59th seed, 84 Kentucky Wildcats against the number 6 seed, 84 Carolina. That's MJ's final season. And Kentucky loses by 3. 16 from Mel Turbin, who was a bust in the NBA. 16 from Master Kenny Skywalker with 14. Sam Bowie, the guy who Portland put ahead of MJ because of so many things. They needed a center because everyone knows you win with a center. They had shooting guard problems with Jim Paxson and Clyde the Glide Drexler. So where are we going to put MJ? And a few other notifications. Yeah. Anyway, this Kentucky team couldn't believe it. North Carolina wins 22 from MJ, 16 from Kenny the Jet Smith. Oh, he does play for that team. Wow. Sam Perkins 11 points, Doherty 4, Doherty 6. You see Hale, Wolf, and Exum and Popson. We're almost done. 60 Ohio State, number 36 against 85 Illinois. OSU, I think, won the title that year. Did they win this? And they win. Hey, they win. OSU 28 from Jerry Lucas, 20 from Noel. Havlicek with 9 points. I can't believe he played in 1960. I thought he was done in college. Larry Siegfried, future NBA, over 6 points each. Bob Knight, yes, that Bob Knight, 4 points in 10 minutes. Illinois, 13 from Winters. Douglas with 12. Altenberger with 10. Altenberger, Montgomery. 86 Louisville, number 34 ranked. They won national champs that year against 87 Clemson, who are number 31. And Louisville. No, they lose 92-85 Clemson. 22 from Thompson. Never nervous Purvis, only 9 points in 23 minutes. Well, that 5 in the PF thing is personal fouls. He gone quickly. McSwain and Valentine. 87 Clemson. 22 from Pryor. 17 from Horace Grant. Yeah, as I said, future Bull and Magic. 15 from Eldon Campbell, future Laker. 95 Oklahoma State, number 43, with Brian Big Country Reeves taking on 1990 Arkansas, who were looking good. Could have went to the Final Four, but failed. They're now ranked 22. Well, we won. Big Country Reeves. It's like 4 years, 4 teams with Oklahoma State. 29 from Rutherford, 25 from Big Country. 33 minutes. Collins with 13. 16 from Hurry in 23 minutes off the bench. Oliver Miller, only 14 points. Lee Mayberry, 18 points. So Oliver Miller, future Raptor. Lee Mayberry, future Vancouver Grizzly. Todd Day, kind of a bust in fall. William Lynn. Number 64, 53, Seton Hall with the massive move. Number 1 is 1976 Indiana, the last team to end undefeated. And they're still undefeated. 82-64. 18 from Brooks, 17 from Dukes. 30 from Scott May. He put up numbers. Ken Benson with 9. Quinn Buckner with only 4 points in 25 minutes. Cruz and Bender. Bob Bender. Number 40, 65 Princeton. The one with Bill Bradley shooting the lights out against 81 Oregon State. Number 25, who were supposed to be good, but lost to Kansas State on the second buzzer beater. And Princeton can't win. 33 from Bill Bradley in 36 minutes. Vexing. Walter, 6 points. 28 from Johnson, 26 from Bloom. 4 fouls. Final moments. 61 Utah, number 60 on the list against 96 Kentucky, who won that crazy championship. And finally, Kentucky wins 86-79, 23 from McGill, and Morton 13 in the loss. The win, Kentucky split everything up. Antoine Walker, future Celtic icon. Tony Delk, future Celtic and Hornet, I think. Anthony Epps, Walter McCarty, future Nick, I think. Ron Mercer, future Bull, 4 points. Derek Anderson, Pope, and Shepard. 6 points in 8 minutes for Shepard. Nazi Mohammed from Malanta. So in the last 32, there is a battle. (1960) Ohio State, 1982 Idaho. Well, there's no top 32 guys, so one of those guys will be probably making an upset here. 58 versus 39. Yeah, 83 Missouri, 81 DePaul. Low rank, but they're in. Well, that's all we got. Jacksonville put up 98 points, and they're the leaders. Well, most points, Wayman Tisdale with 46. A Geyer 38. Ars Gilmore 35. See the points and all that. Highlights and all that. Again, Elijah had a triple double. Nice. So that's just everything else, but we're done one round. Round of 32 coming up next time. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.